Literally the first controller I ever had was my hands and a table. But now, let's get into some of my favorites I use in the studio every single day. All right, first up, the Maschine MK2 controller. I've been using Maschine pretty much since it came out. Previous to that, I was using Reason and just a, regular standard MIDI keyboard. But soon as Maschine came out and I saw they had like a software, hardware combination that you could put on your laptop or stuff like that, I was sold. From the beginning when I switched over, it was kind of a different feeling. It was a different user interface than using Logic and Reason, because Reason was good in its day, you know what I mean? But everybody was looking for, well, beat makers were looking for that, MPC type feel. I've used the MPC 60, so as soon as I switched over to Maschine, it was an instant nostalgic feeling. I felt comfortable and was making beats pretty much right out the gate. This particular controller is the MK2 controller with the, better colorful buttons and all that kind of stuff. They do make an MK3 version, but the reason I still haven't opted to get that because I have a Scarlett 6i6 and I have a PreSonus digital multi-track mixer that I use for my outputs. There was no need for me to have a user interface built into my Maschine controller. Plus, you had to power that thing with an external power. This, you just plug up, it's USB bus powered. You plug up into the laptop and you're good to go. That's it. The Maschine MK2 fits me perfect. I use it literally every day when I'm sitting down making beats. So next, we have the Maschine Jam. Oh, Jam. It's a Maschine Jam. A lot of more buttons than the Maschine MK2 controller and the MK3 controller. Touch slider, faders here. It's pretty much a complement piece to your main Maschine controller. You can use it standalone, but these little buttons kind of get on your nerves. You want the bigger, fatter buttons. It's just easier to do. And also, these aren't velocity sensitive. The regular Maschine controller is, these aren't. So it's tap full velocity and that's it. There's no velocity fluctuations you can do or anything like that. So that's one thing that kind of gets on my nerves about it. But the full layout of it, kind of creating some key patterns and all that you can do within the software. All these buttons make it a little bit easier to do that. It's really fun to get creative with this in conjunction with your main Maschine controller. Again, you can use this standalone, but it's way better having that second piece with you. You can have all that other gear, but what studio will be complete without just a regular standard keyboard controller? This one I've had for about 18 years. This is the original MAudio Key 49. I've made tons of beats on this thing. I mean, this was it. This was all I had. I had this and a laptop. The keys are kind of yellow now. Like I said, this thing is old. It's been with me for forever. I'm not getting rid of it for sentimental value. This is what started it all. This is my baby. However, I did upgrade a little bit to the MAudio Key Station 49 ES. The ES stands for extra shit. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is basically the same, pretty much the same keyboard, same size, 49 keys. It has extra buttons over here with the little transport controls. Has some little jog wheel kind of situation going on over here, and everything else is the same with octave buttons, volume, modulation wheel, pitch wheel. Those are the same. But those little extra buttons do come in handy when you just want to, stay on the fly, hit record. You got an idea, you hit record, you keep going, track up and down from here, and that's what makes it cool. That's the ES. That's the extra shit. So I'm looking forward to using this, and I literally just took it out the box a couple of days ago. I'm really looking forward to putting it through its paces. Hope I can do my original keyboard proud with the beats and making some heat. So software wise, I always scratch pad my ideas starting in Maschine and then build it up in there, fly it over to Logic, and expand it from there and make it hot. Every beat I work on is not the same. I don't use all of those pieces all together. For the most part, it's usually a combination of one or two. Either the Maschine controller by itself, Maschine controller with the keyboard, Maschine controller and Maschine Jam, Maschine controller, Jam, and keyboard. It's always some combination of just, whatever the vibe is and whatever I'm feeling on that particular day of making a beat. But there are times when there's no controller involved whatsoever. And real quick, I'm just gonna mention that on an iPad, you get BEATMAKER 3. And there are several reviews now that I've found on YouTube about BEATMAKER 3, and I will have to say that BEATMAKER 3 is one of the most solid beat making app on iOS. That thing is phenomenal. I mean, you can lay out a beat, song form, loops, everything. You can just get 100% creative in BEATMAKER 3. I was blown away when I saw it at a friend's studio not too long ago, and I'm on it. I've downloaded it. I've started kind of, you know, using it a little bit here and there, making beats, and the workflow is very simple. It takes me back to the days of when it was just my laptop and a keyboard, literally. Well worth the money if you want to start making beats on the iPad. All right, just wanted to show you guys a few things that I use in the studio, some of my favorite gear. There's a lot more to my studio, but I just want to give you this because these are the things that I pretty much use at the start, like right out of the gate. Maschine MK2, Maschine Jam, and the new MAudio Key Station 49ES. These are my go-to pieces of gear for making beats. Also, BEATMAKER 3 when I'm on the go. I'm really looking forward to putting that one through its paces. If you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get the notifications of the next few reviews and Preezy's favorites that are coming up. And also, in the comments, let me know what your favorite piece of gear is that you use to produce beats with. I'm curious to know what's the next big thing that's coming out. Let me know what you use down in the comments. All right, until next time, I'm Mr. Preezy. I'll see ya.